I think.
Oh yeah, the first thing I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, is show me the money. Yeah, I would like to thank Sandra Robinson, Executive Director of the Citizens Coalition, for inviting me here today. And this is the 30th anniversary of the first Poor People's Day in Georgia, and so she should be commended for that important feat that persists to this day. So let's give her a hand. I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, to support the battle against poverty, the quest for fair and living wages, and an end to hunger. And homelessness as well. That's why in Congress, I'm not the darling of the Chamber of Commerce crowd.
You're not a blue dog.
I ain't no blue dog.
Okay.
I am pro-labor, pro-worker, pro-consumer, pro-poor people. That's who I represent in Congress across this country. And I also speak for the issues that call for fairness of our treatment of people all around the world.
Is that why you fund the war?
Now, like President Obama and the majority in Congress, I'm focused on creating jobs and revitalizing our economy. But quite frankly, it's kind of difficult to do that when after $700 billion worth of taxpayer bailout money in Wall Street, and they are now back in the partying mode, giving themselves millions and millions of dollars in bonuses while people are on the streets hurting for so many people. And so I'm in Congress to put America back to work. And that's why I support the Put America Back to Work Act of 2009, introduced by my colleague Ellison. And that act will create jobs immediately.
We're out all over the world trying to help everybody else.
That's right.
We need help right here. When you get on the airplane and you sit there, what's the first thing they tell you? Put on your mask first. Isn't that what they tell you?
Yes.
We got to do that. We got to practice what we preach. I just wanted to come out and show my support for what you're doing. We got to go back in there. Like I said, I don't want to send us back to Africa without a vote. I got to get back.
I have a bill that will help people get their records expunged. So they can get a job. And I want your support for that. I know the ACLU is here out today, and Tim Franklin with the Peace and Justice Coalition. I am working with them, and anyone else that's working on that effort.
Yes. Judge and Justice. Now we are working. The hearing today.
Well, I get that, but we're working on a bill to help curb military recruitment of our children in the schools. There is a wonderful op-ed in today's Atlanta Journal-Constitution by Azadeh, so please read that op-ed. You'll learn about that issue, but it's about letting parents have control over the information that our children are giving. And children under the age of 17 should not be recruited for the military, and I appreciate championing that issue. I am happy to join you. What's the hearing today?
It's 1 o'clock in LOB 310, and we have people all around here that's going to give testimony.
I will be in Judiciary Committee at that same time, and we've got some sex offender bills that I'm monitoring. If I can't be at your hearing, know that I am in Judiciary monitoring other bills that are important, I think. We're going to ask Senator Mann to be our last public official this week.
Yeah, and that's right. You know, so to me that makes no sense.
And come on up, Nan. And Nan has been a friend of this coalition and a friend of all of our people across the state for umpteen years. I'm not going to tell them how long now.
That's right. We got to have some secrets. We want transparency and public rights. We got to have a few secrets. So tell them how long we've been here.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming down and bringing the voice to the people of Georgia State Capitol. We need to hear from you. We need to hear your concerns. There is much pain across the land.
Can you see that?
Economic downturn. And you know, the folks who are the hardest hit are the ones that were already catching it. Am I right?
Amen.
So today is a very important day for you to be here with your voices at the Capitol. There are plans to do deeper and deeper budget cuts, reducing the state budget by 25%, although we've grown by millions of people. We've grown by millions of people. We need more services, not less. So your voice today at the Capitol is a very important one, particularly advocating for measures to help break the cycle of poverty. Sadly, in our nation, we have, compared to European countries, poverty that is much deeper, that is multi-generational, that is much more challenging for people to try to break out of, and that is because we have allowed our safety net in this state, in this nation, to be shriveled and torn and ragged and vanishing. And that means that programs that people need to help them get up to the next place they're headed, raise children with a future, and be able to have a job with dignity and a voice and a decent level of pay that allows them to meet their obligations and rear their family with their heads held high. That's what people are asking for. A job
draft here in Georgia, young people that have no options between the military and the prison industrial complex. So people in the crowd are going to start passing out these blue cards because we don't want to give you a long spiel. We want to ask you to act with us today. These blue cards right here, if you got them, start passing them out. I'm going to start passing out some right now. And Azadeh Shashahani from the ACLU, who helped drafted this resolution that's going to be up for a vote. This legislative session is going to explain what you can do with that card right now. So help me in welcoming Azadeh Shashahani from the ACLU of Georgia.
Hello everyone, thank you. I'm truly grateful to the Poor People's Day organizing campaign for having us today here, for providing us with this opportunity to have this call to action. And it's really, truly thrilling and exciting and encouraging to see so many of us here at the Capitol ready to march on to the Capitol and talk to our legislators about issues that we care about, our communities care about, and that affect our children. And one of the issues that Tim so eloquently spoke about is aggressive and abusive military recruitment practices. We know that with the continuing wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, there's added pressure to target our kids, to target children, and specifically youth.